we may not have any visual excitation. Hi, hello, welcome back to my channel. For those who are new to this channel, let me introduce myself to you. My name is Shankar. Thanks for tuning in. In this video, I'm going to share with you, or I'm going to discuss with you about spoon feeding, which literally it gives the same meaning that you're feeding something to the children. Do you actually think that it really helps the children, or do you think that you have self-satisfaction that you're teaching the children the right way they have to be taught? If so, then I would like to say that it's completely wrong. Spoon feeding doesn't encourage the children to learn something by themselves. Instead, spoon feeding will make them to learn something just for the sake of examinations, and once the examination is over or completed, then the student, whatever they have learned, is forgotten. And if that being the case, what's the use of that information being fed into the child's brain? For what purpose that information is being fed into the child's brain when it serves no purpose at all in their lives? I would like to say that unless a skill is developed, the knowledge, whatever the knowledge that you feed to the child, will serve no purpose, because the skill is at most needed for the overall perspective, for overall personality of a child, for the growth of a child, the mental growth of a child. The child should be able to know what is their potential, how to utilize their skills, so that how to face their real life scenario that they face with, and all such things constitute. So if an assignment is given to a kid or project work is given to the kid, the parent themselves do it instead of helping the child how to do it. So that is one way of spoon feeding. That's also we call it as spoon feeding. Okay. So any problems, any mathematical problems are being taught to the children, the parent or the teacher gives some solutions to it by rather not teaching the child in such a way that the child has to think, analyze, and then research in his mind, and then he has to come up with a conclusion, and not encouraging such type of thoughts and then helping them to do it is also a spoon feeding. Okay, so as I said before, this serves no purpose at all. Now, have you ever seen the adults in your locality or in your vicinity where these adults hate themselves learning because they don't want to learn something new? I have seen plenty of them. They don't want to learn something new because they already hate learning, and they usually used to say that, no, this is not for me. I don't want to learn something new because I know that this never enters my head. They don't actually pay attention to somebody who is saying something in a new informative, because they simply don't want that. And if you explain something to them based on the logics, they don't simply take it because they don't know what it is. They don't know what a logic is and why you have to stick on to that. Because if it is something new, then their mind is not going to focus on learning something new, and that's why they hate that learning procedure. So this is also an effect of what you call it as a spoon feeding. What actually happens in the spoon feeding is that the child, if you are spoon feeding your kid, that means what actually is that spoon feeding? That is like child doesn't learn independently. We are actually suppressing the child's tendency to learn something new independently on his own or her own. That is, a child has got the potential to look around its surroundings, learn something new from what they are interested in. Their attention is focused on what they are interested in, and they wanted to do more research on those particular subject and to learn something new, and that tendency we are blocking by spoon feeding something. We pressurize them in the examinations, and just based on the ranks or the grades that they score in the examination is the criteria on what they are judged upon. We actually know that the marks or the grades remain only as numbers in certain scenarios, and where they don't come to the real help in their real situations. Okay, so I would like to say that this is the classic perspective of the teachers. Teachers are rewarded because if I am a teacher and if one of my students has got a good grade in their examination, then indirectly it helps me as well, right? Because I can brag myself that I have taught him, so he has scored so many percentage of the examination. Yes, For that reason, the negative aspect of that is encouraging the students to learn something by heart rather than allowing them to think critically, laterally, allowing them to think critically, think laterally, and come up with their own solutions for any problems. What if the questions like what if should be encouraged in the schools, should be encouraged by the teachers. Ma'am, what if this happens in this way? Why not we get a solution if this problem is done in this way? That experimental learning is what I think is lacking from today's education. So I would like to say that the knowledge is baseless until the skill is acquired. So how to acquire these skills? Fine. So just count it and find it out how much it is.
I find first red.
Fine. It's your wish. Do it.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, write the 4 in that box.
All is circle box, right?
Yeah, right. Exactly. You have written 4, right?
Yes.
Yes. And finally, do this also.
Blue.
Mm.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Yep. Yeah, good. You have done a great thing. That's correct.
Yes.
Yeah, can you do this together? Total. And write it here.
Here and here, right?
Yes, both.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah, right.
Here 7.
Yeah.
Here
So, yes, how many are there all together? How much did you get?
7.
Yeah, right.
Here
Yes.
7.
Okay.
Hello
Yeah.
everybody, my name is Lasyan Martana.
Fine.
I am going to today's class of study.
Oh, sure. Okay, can you do this as well? You have to do it. You have to count
Okay.
and write here. You have to count and write here. You have to count and write here, okay?
Okay,
Yeah,
and
try.
here.
Yes. Try by yourself. Will you do
Yes.
it?
Yes,
Huh? Do you know how to do it?
yes.
Okay, do it and show it to me, okay?
1, 2, 3, 4. First step is 4. I write it.
Okay. Yeah, finish it off. Write the entire thing. This one and this one as well. Good girl. Okay, so the spoon feeding or hand holding is like, as I said, that the children don't, we are not training the children to think something on their own. So once they not do it, then we cannot say that they don't have any skills. We cannot blame them for not having any skills because we have not trained them how to develop the skills. I've seen many people's opinion in some of the social media comments that this has to be taught in the curriculum, this has to be taught in the curriculum. The main important thing that we are not teaching the students is how to learn learning. So we have to teach the children how to learn, and we are not doing that. We are not teaching that. We are not teaching the children how to learn by themselves. So what's the procedure of learning? Then how come learning wouldn't be a tedious task for them? When we ask them to learn something, immediately we can read out from their facial expressions that they are not interested in learning. The thing is because they don't enjoy learning. They are not trained in that way. The learning procedure has to be in such a way that it should be enjoying. Each and every moment has to be enjoyed in learning, and that is a different type of teaching level that we have to inculcate. And I hope that you have liked this video. Please shoot out to me any questions if you come across, if you have any doubts on what we have discussed so far. Thanks so much. Have a great day.